again, human nature to be scared, right? Because it is the unknown.
And what is the truth about life you wish more youngsters understood?
You need to be respectfully, disagree with others. But that can only happen fully disagree with others, right? You don't have to judge someone else and say, no, you're completely wrong. That's okay. They have their own viewpoint.
And this lady from India helps you a lot to build a foundational life down the road. Without further ado, let's coming up.
My name is Shruti and I'm from India.
How old are you?
I'm 37.
What does it feel like to be 37?
It doesn't feel old, to be honest. It feels like I still don't know a lot about the world and I need to explore more.
37 is a long journey of your life. Is there anything you wish but you have done differently?
Wow, lots of things actually that I wished I did differently. I feel when I was in college, I should have explored more. I should have spoken to more people. I should have traveled more. I should have done more extracurricular activities, more sports, just to build, a lot of physical fitness. Or I feel the biggest thing that I should have done is really try to step out of my comfort zone and be curious and ask a lot of questions.
What do you think? Do other people who are 37 years old feeling the way you think about world or a little different, do you think?
I feel when you're 37, you just feel a little differently because, by 37, you've worked for 15 years. You've got, one or at least 2 degrees. You've been to college. Some people, are married or they have children. So then you have a lot of responsibility. So that's why they think very differently. You're, and I don't blame them because you're really set in your own ways. You have to earn a living to support your family. And then you go to work, you come back. Sometimes you don't focus on your health. You don't think about what you can do for the world, if there is anything that you can do outside your own life. And that just happens because you're so set in your own ways, right? Life really happens to you. And I want to say something that my yoga teacher told me is life is meant to be lived. We forget sometimes that life is meant to be lived. And it doesn't really matter. I mean, you don't have to travel the world or you don't have to do something extremely extraordinary. You can just do, small things. It could be a walk in the park for you, or it could be talking to someone you haven't connected with. It is even very small things, just something that you would not do on a day-to-day.
What is the truth about life you wish more youngsters understood?
Wow, truth about life. I guess even I don't know because I'm trying. I'm trying to explore that. But I would say something that I said earlier is just to be curious, ask a lot of questions, right? So when I meet people, irrespective of where I am, I'm in Uzbekistan, whoever I meet, I just try and learn their story, understand more about their backgrounds, because the more questions we ask, the more we can understand what the other person's background is, right? It will help us become less judgmental. And in today's day and age, I think that's what we need to be. I mean, you don't have to accept that everything that is right? You can still have your own viewpoint. That's okay, but you need to be respectfully, disagree with others. But that can only happen fully disagree with others, right? You don't have to judge someone else and say, no, you're completely wrong. That's okay. They have their own viewpoint. And the more questions you ask, the more you know about their story, and the more we can just coexist in this world.
And what is your message for the people who are living online, playing on the phone 24/7, working on?
Well, I mean, for everyone, life is different. When I grew up, phones weren't such a big part of it, right? Right now, phones are, and internet is a big part of it. So I can't just say, completely get off your phone, because that is the life they know, right? And the life I know is very, very different. All I will say is, even when they're online, try and just do different things. Just if you're I'm not on Instagram, right? But sure, I know a lot of people are on Instagram and are on social media, but if you're even there, try and look at different things, right? Maybe if you can learn different things, or if there's a hobby, you can learn from that. Do stay on. I mean, if you want to stay online, there's nothing, no matter what I say, is going to make you come offline, right? So all I will say is just use that time wisely for yourself. And if you feel that it's getting too much, just, stop. But you know what's best for you, and you can decide. And yeah, that's what I'll say.
Do you think that people have a fear, something taking risk or doing something which is never done before? What do you think?
Yeah,
Afraid of?
yes. I mean, it's again human nature to be scared, right? Because it is the unknown. Say, for example, when I was planning this trip, right, I did a lot of preparation. I read online. I spoke to people. I planned, where I need to go, what I need to do every day. So you're scared, right? It's an unknown world, right? And so you don't know whether that risk is going to be worth it or what you do. So yes, people are scared. I won't say just jump right in, but do your homework and then, if you want to, you can take that risk, let really life surprise you and see what it has in store.
What is the best advice you've ever heard or ever received from someone? What's the best advice that your teacher taught you?
Oh, wow. I guess that also keeps changing, depending on which phase of life you're in. Sometimes, yeah, right. Sometimes when you're younger, it's a different advice. And sometimes I will just say be open to new things that are happening to you. Just sometimes, things are discomforting. Just be open to it and see where that takes you.
And if you could go back in time to have a conversation with your younger self, what advice would you give to her?
Oh, wow.
To become better today.
To become better today. Let's see, this is a tough one. I'm trying to think if I could go back and tell my, in my 20s. I would just say do more. I could have done more out of life because we're all here to, I feel everyone has a part to play in life. We often don't know what that part is, right? Sometimes many of us just pass away and we still don't know what that is. So try and explore that, like why you're here. It may be that you never know, but just keep trying different things. So I feel that's what I would have told myself, to not be comfortable, to keep challenging myself so I can know why I'm here and what I need to do.
Do you think that comfort is a silent killer?
I mean, it's good or bad, right? It's good or bad. Sometimes you need to be comfortable to just heal yourself and nurture yourself, right? So it's important. You always can't be in discomfort. So I feel it's cycles. But as soon as once you know that you're too comfortable, right? Yeah. You need to get out of it. There was a 25-year-old, I think, last 2 years back in Thailand that I met this girl who was traveling across Southeast Asia. And she told me I'm too young to be comfortable right now, right? At 25. And that was just amazing, and that stuck with me.
And the one person who's Luke Bilmar famously said that we're not here to be happy, we're here to be experienced. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I would say, I mean, you can have experiences and be happy. Some experiences make you happy, some make you sad. But yes, I would agree with you that we're experiencing everything, right? This is also first time experience for me. I've never really spoken on camera like this before. Completely new country, random stranger has approached me and speaking on camera. So this is also an experience.
Thanks a lot. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.